Today we're looking at the Hâtive d'Argenteuil fig. It is a French variety, and the name has two components. The first part suggesting that it's an early fig, and the second part suggesting that it's from a place just north of Paris. It's been a slowish grower for me. You can see it's with the pot maybe 3.5, 4 feet, somewhere in there. So not very fast growing, despite it being grafted on a vigorous rootstock. You can actually see this is a rootstock sucker here of Strawberry Verte that is already taller than the scion on top. The variety has been fairly productive for me. You can see there's figs almost at every node, but I've been losing a battle this year with the birds, so I haven't had too many pieces to try. I've had this plant for a couple of years now, and I've probably wanted to record it 3 or 4 times, and actually made a few videos even that I've never posted. The reason being is that I'll try it a few weeks later and it tastes different to me. So I've hesitated to see if it'll settle down. I think it has. The first couple times I've tried it, it was probably in warmer and drier months, and it was not very moist. I'd say not a lot of moisture on the inside of the fig, and that affected the taste. Frankly, it wasn't my favorite to start, but after a while it's actually grown on me. The texture and flavor have evolved, so I'm looking forward to keeping this one in the collection. I want to show you a couple of the leaves as well. There's a few figs right next to each other here, so I have to be careful to make sure I'm picking out the right ones. But you can see that it has a couple different shapes to it, some of them not super regular. All right, let's pick a couple of the right pieces that I have and see what they look like on the inside. Here are 2 of the figs that I've picked today. They are both about 16 grams, making them smaller figs in my climate. You can see that the coloring between them varies some, with one being a much darker color. I actually picked figs from this tree that were significantly different looking, much more purplish in color and with more elongated shapes. So I guess it just depends on the season and the maturity of the tree. One thing that is consistent is that the eyes are fairly small, so that's good news and should keep the bugs out. Both of these are fairly soft to the touch, maybe the one in the right being a bit more ripe. So let's cut them open and see what they look like on the inside. Here are the figs cut open. You can see the coloring is fairly consistent between them and a nice red color. I will try the one on the right first and see what it tastes like. That's good. Maybe slightly watered down compared to previous times when I've had this fig. That's likely due to the recent rains. But normally the flavor is a sharper, I'd say a little more acidic berry taste, and I would equate that a little bit towards a cherry flavor. I know that this fig is sometimes described as having a cherry flavor, so I'd agree with that, but I would describe it maybe as a slightly sharper berry and a little more acidic. Let me try the one on the left just to see what that tastes like as well. Yeah, that's very similar. I'd say it's still a little watered down compared to other times when I've had this fig. The flavor certainly has changed over time for me, and it's grown on me. Besides the kind of sharper berry / cherry taste to it, there isn't much sweetness to it, so it's not a fig that I would consider very sweet. But it is one, interestingly, that leaves a kind of long-lasting aftertaste in your mouth. So definitely a unique flavor worth having in the collection. I hope you found this video useful. Thank you for watching.